Hi, we are now ready to put the whole clarinet together. So here's a little review about how to add the lower joint and the bell safely to what you've already learned to put together. So I collected your rainbow bells for the next group of beginners. We'll sterilize those. And let's say that you're setting up the whole clarinet. You still want to put the reed on last. So I'm going to just reverse things here and back it up. We'll show you what it looks like from scratch. Bit by bit, there's some keys you have to be very careful of in the middle. So I usually go barrel down. So I start with the barrel and the upper joint, as you've been doing. And it really doesn't matter too much how the barrel goes on. And I like to wrap my hand around the back where there aren't quite so many keys to bend. And then just little twists back and forth. If it's stiff or difficult, then use a little more cork grease. All right, now we're ready to add the bottom joint. This is where things are a little finicky. We have our bridge key that moves up and down when we press our D ring, and we learned the note D today, so this is D, and that ring is what brings up our bridge. On the bottom joint, we have a matching bridge right here, this little thin piece of metal. So I'm going to raise the bridge, and I was teaching you today to wrap your hand just around the clarinet. That raises the bridge because you're hitting that ring, but then you have a nice sturdy grip. And on the other joint, put it the opposite way. So you might remember I had you go palm up with your left piece and palm down with your other piece, and kind of wrapping around so we're not hitting too many keys. And we want to keep the side keys of the upper joint away from the pinky keys on the lower joint. We're not going to use these keys for a long time, but we have to protect them until we're ready to use them. All right, so bridge up, little twists back and forth, not crashing keys. You see what I did there? So now those keys are about to go crash. That's a really big repair, so don't let those keys touch. Back and forth, little twists. And now I'll try to get right in the camera. If you do it correctly, this long rod is in line with the long rod on the upper joint. You'll see that all of the rings are in line with each other. This one here is a little offset, but the rest are all in line with each other. And I don't know how well you can see the bridge, but it's right, I'm gonna move this way, right there, and it's in a line. And what that does is it allows you later on to play the next three or more fingerings, and they won't work if the bridge isn't lined up properly. We aren't going to have those fingerings for a little while. We're going to learn them one at a time. The left hand of the clarinet is easy. The right hand is more challenging because the holes are bigger. So we won't learn them all at once. Now you want to put your bell on. You don't want to grab the upper joint. If you grab above the bridge, when you put your bell on, you're going to twist right where the bridge is. So grab your lower joint, and the bell just twists right on. You don't have to be too careful with that. Okay, so now we've got this all set up. That's when you would maybe balance the bell in your lap, put your mouthpiece on, put your reed on. Mine was already wet. But now that you've got that bell on, you can balance it in your lap and see the reed a little better. So that's good. I would still always do the reed last though, because it's delicate, and then put it away first. All right, so now we've got the whole clarinet set up. In the back of the clarinet, you have a thumb rest. And we might have put a little cushion on yours, or you might have a little cork underneath the metal piece. But that is what holds up the entire clarinet. So I'll show you from the side. My right thumb goes underneath the thumb rest. Not like this. That's really tempting because that feels better initially, but if you put the thumb rest in that nice sort of notch in your hand, you won't be able to play any of the right hand notes. So get in the habit of putting your right hand right about where the nail ends, between the knuckle and the nail, right there. And that thumb might stay nice and straight like mine, or it might droop down and hurt a little bit. And in that case, we'll look into getting you a neck strap, because it's a lot of heavy wood to hold up with just your thumb. So the right hand is on the bottom when we play. The left hand is at the top, and we play our old notes that we already learned. still with the left hand. We just had our right hand up here before. Now we're moving the right hand down, keeping the left hand in the same place. All right, so hopefully that was helpful. Once you've got it all set up, then you can practice your old music again, and we're going to go on to page 8, so that will be the next play along video. All right, great job today. I will see you soon. Bye.